Hey guys, I'm Oxy and this is my endgame Fate build. This build is based around two major incantations and it's just destroying everything. I used this build in my second and third playthrough and I had no problem with the bosses. Let's start with my stats. Since I finished New Game Plus 3, this character is quite high level, but on the screen you're gonna see the necessary stats requirement in order to run this build properly. As I said, this is an end game type of build and it's perfect for New Game Plus since it's really strong. Let's talk about the equipment that I'm using for this build. I do have the gravelstone seal and the giant seal. I have two of each. I suggest you to get two of each in your second playthrough, but if you want to use this build right now, you can get the earth 3 seal and that's gonna be also really good, have a really good scaling in Fate. Now I do have two giant seal and two gravelstone seal because each of them are boosting the certain incantation that we are using. So basically we are power stancing the seals to get more damage. And I also have a dagger with the golden vow, ash of war just to get that extra damage for 90 seconds and this way it's not taking a space from our incantation slots. Let's go to the armor. It's nothing really impressive. It's the veteran armor set. I did choose this one because I have 79 poise, which is really good, offer a good protection, and it's not crazy heavy. When we go into the talisman, we have the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman. This is boosting our physical damage negation. We do need this because we are using a talisman, which is reducing our physical damage negation. So yeah, we need to compensate it. The Flock Canvas Talisman greatly raise potency of incantations, basically more damage with our incantation. Lighting Scorpion Charm, this is boosting lighting damage but lower damage negation. This is why we have the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman to basically compensate that. Here really depends what I'm using. If I want to use my lighting incantations, I'm using the Lighting Scorpion Charm. If I want to use my fire incantation, I'm switching just to the Fire Scorpion Charm. Pretty obvious. Really depends which incantation I'm choosing to use in that boss battle. We also have the Godfrey icon, enhanced charge spells and skills. This one is basically just giving us more damage and pretty much all the incantations that we are using in this build are chargeable. Now let's go down to the Flask of Wondrous Physics. I do have two mixing status in this one. Obviously one is boosting fire damage and one is boosting lighting damage, since with this build we're doing a lot of lighting damage and a lot of fire damage, so that's pretty obvious. Now we're talking about ashes, which summon you're gonna use for this one. The best one is the Great Sealed Soldiers. Why? It's really good because when you summon them, there is like 5 or 6 of them, and they're going around the boss, the enemy, and they're just surrounding it and keep him in one place. This is really good because you can just spam your lighting attacks, your fire attacks on the enemy, and basically these goats with their shield are gonna keep the enemy in one place. So it's really good for controlling small bosses. I really like to use this one when I'm fighting. For example, this was really useful when I fought Godfrey. They were just keeping him in one place, and I could spam my lighting incantations over and over again, and it was pretty much done. Let's talk about the incantations that we use in this build. As I said, there is two main incantations that we are using: Ancient Dragon Lightning Strike and Giant Flame Take Thee. So, really depends which one I'm choosing to use in the boss battle. The lighting one is really good for large bosses. The flame one is good for smaller bosses. And I'm talking about like human enemy bosses. It's much more easier to hit them with this than with the lighting. The lighting is really good when you're fighting something really large. So those are the basic incantations that we are using. I also use Lightning Spear and Lightning Strike. Really depends. Here you can choose what kind of incantation or spell you want to use. If you want to use spells also on this build. But those are the standard ones for me. And I also have Flames Grant Me Strength for more physical and fire affinity attack power. really useful when using the fire incantation. So as I said, those two are the main ones, and after just pick which one you think is going to be much more useful for you. And this is it. This is my end game fate build. Let me know in the comment section what kind of builds you would like to see on this channel. If you like this kind of videos, you know what you need to do. Thank you very much for watching and see you guys in the next one.